Hi and welcome to another YouTube video. In today's video, I want to show you this cute family micro home that I've built, and I am really happy with this because I worked with a lot of restrictions. So first of all, this is a micro home, so I had the size restriction, of course, but also I really wanted this to be fit for a family of 3, even though it is like the tiniest size micro home. And so I had that restriction of the number of beds that had to be placed in it. And then on top of that, I had the budget restriction, which was the budget for a starting family of 3 Sims, which is 22k simoleons. But it all worked out, and I think it is, like, especially for gameplay, one of my favorite houses that I've built so far. Of course, like, I've built castles and I've built other houses that I am way more proud of. But when it comes to micro houses, I think this is one of my favorites because I think the exterior is okay. So I tried something new with the exterior because I've always wanted to have sort of like a fake second story also on micro homes, but of course I don't want that to take up tiles. And also, if you have like a roof piece but then you add an entire second story onto it, even though it's just small, if the size of the house in general is pretty small, it just seems like overwhelming, it's too big. And so I had the idea to take this roof piece, this kind of like just angle roof piece, and angle the wall part of that towards the front so that it kind of looks like a fake second story, but it's also a different sort of look than if you just use like the normal like front facing angled roof. I don't know, I think I explained that badly, but I hope like you can also see the visuals of what I'm doing right now and how the front of the house looks, so I hope that you know what I mean with like the roof and a fake second story. So that was a bunch of fun, and I think like just a creative idea to build the house around. I don't think that I've used this to its full potential here. I think it still looks like kind of wrong, and also to get the columns in the front to work, I had to add in some half walls and they kind of stick out. So like I would say the exterior of this is not perfect. I think the exterior of this little house is my least favorite part of the house, but then I got to decorating and landscaping, and as always landscaping was my favorite part. And I think the landscaping just makes this all look so idyllic. And then when I knew like, okay, I kind of have something here that I want to show you, because recently I've had such a hard time with building. I have started and built so many houses where I just like kind of discarded them or just like not made them into a speed build because I didn't think they were like good or had anything like worth showing. But this time I was like, yeah, this has like, first of all, value for gameplay, but it also has like a creative twist to it. Micro houses are always nice, and also kind of nice to edit because it's not that overwhelming of an amount of footage. So I really knew that I wanted to make something good of this build, especially then when the landscaping turned out like super cute and idyllic and stuff. But then I also had to do the interior, and that made me pretty nervous because usually interior is a part that is not my strong suit. But this time I would say that the interior was like next to the landscaping the most fun part, and I was really happy with the interior, especially the living room. In the end of building the interior, I had this 3x3 space left for a living room, and I managed to fit in a PC space or a laptop space, a TV, and a dining room into this 3x3 space, and it still does not look cramped, but instead it just looks like super cute and cluttered, and that made me so happy. I was like, goodness, I want to play in here because this space seems so nice and inviting. So yeah, I think when it comes to micro houses specifically, this might also be one of my favorite interiors yet. Also, I've built this house in Copperdale, and I have to say, building in Copperdale is so much nicer after the last patch where they kind of like adjusted the position of the sun. And now that I know that this is possible, that they can actually like change the lighting and the position of the sun for the neighborhoods, I really hope that they are going to do this with a different patch in Del Sol Valley. I mean, it's been so long since Get Famous came out that I don't think it's going to happen, but how cool would it be if Del Sol Valley, like lighting wise, would finally be buildable. But yeah, I've built this in Copperdale with the new lighting, and that really made me realize and appreciate how beautiful this lot is. So this lot is on the half of Copperdale where also like the Ferris wheel and stuff is, and the background, like with that bridge and that forest in the background, is just so gorgeous. And this lot in itself was just so inspiring to me. And because it is in Copperdale, that is also why the whole concept of this microhome was to be a starter house where you can start off with 2 adults and 1 teen. Of course, you can also like change that. The teen bedroom is equally fit to be a child's bedroom, or like there can also be like a big sister and a child and stuff. So there are different things that you can do with this. It's not like specifically for 2 parents and 1 teen, but it works for 2 parents and a teen, which I think is like a very good starting point still for the High School Years expansion pack if people want to play with it despite the like bugs and stuff. So I am so happy to finally have something to show you again, because yeah, I just kind of want to apologize. I know like people are not like standing next to my channel with like some clocks and watching like when the video comes out. Like I'm by far not like big enough for that, but still I want to apologize for the lower frequency in videos uploaded lately. That has multiple reasons. One of them being that I have applied for a bunch of internships and writing applications, and then going through the whole process with job interviews and stuff is really stressful and also takes a lot of time, because I always want to give my best in everything that I do, and so I also wanted the applications to be perfect and stuff, and wanted my preparation to be perfect, because this was very important for me since it's the last thing that I need for my bachelor's degree to be finished. And so that has taken up a bunch of my time lately. And now after all of that application writing, I got accepted into a position that just like kind of really speaks to me and could be an incredible like position and place for me. And so I'm super excited to start there, but that's going to start pretty soon, and then I'm working full time. But I'm going to try my hardest and my best to at least put out 1 video a week. And I think that's going to work definitely, because The Sims and making videos is just such a nice different world from the working world to kind of like be my exchange, or just just my place to calm down. And I think then the inspiration for building is going to come back. And also we're going to get a new building kit soon that actually I think looks really nice and was made in cooperation with another simmer. And so yeah, I'm definitely excited to build and continue making videos, so don't you worry. And also I just have been like suffering from builder's block, to just put it honestly. I have started so many builds, and some like with so much potential and so creative, like when with round walls. I found this beautiful reference image of this sort of fantasy palace with round walls, basically only made of round walls, and I was so excited for the idea. But then because round walls are so like kind of glitchy, and also because we only have 3 sizes, and even the 3rd size was way too small of a curve for what I needed for the build, it just didn't work. Like I couldn't get it to work, and that was so disheartening. And I had like similar experiences with so many like big and small builds that I wanted to do and started and stuff, and so yeah, I just want to apologize for that. But I think you all are such kind and patient people that nobody's really mad at me, just me. But yeah, let's talk about this build again. And I think the kitchen is my least favorite part. I really like the 2 bedrooms, even though they are pretty similar to each other and also pretty small. But I think like overall the look is really nice and cohesive in the entire build. And then there you see the 3x3 living room that I was talking about. I like the solution was a dining table that can also look onto a TV, and there's also space for a laptop. And yeah, in the end I left some footage in of me playtesting the entire thing, so that you can actually see that everything works, because that's always a tough thing to do with micro homes, like getting everything to fit and then to also work in The Sims. But as you can see, like even the scooting on the double bed works, so there's actually enough space for everyone. And with that, I really hope that you liked and enjoyed this video, that you like this build, and that maybe you even want to play in it, download it, or whatever. I hope you have a lovely day or a lovely rest of your day whenever you're watching this, and thank you so much for watching. I hope to see each other again.